Hello, it's Karen here, Kazxena, and yeah, I'm back with another pickups video. Again, it's been a while since I made my last one. Very sorry about that. I've also had quite a bad cold and a bit of a throat infection, so that's why I sound a little hoarse. And sorry. Oh, thanks for putting your bottom in my face, Dexter. So anyway, I'm just going to sort of plough through all the bits and bobs. Oops, sorry, Dexter. This is turning out well. The bits and bobs that I've picked up. Say hello. Say hello. The bits and bobs I've picked up. Yes, as we all know, old Game and Game Station are going down the Swanee, and my local Game Station in Sutton has ceased to be. It is no longer. However, I did pick up a few games before it ceased to be, and I actually got these for nothing because I had a little bit of credits, some points, so very pleased about that. I picked up 3 PSP games. I'm on a bit of a PSP buzz at the moment. I think because I'm you know, I'm sort of not buying a Vita, and I kind of, do you know what I mean, another handheld, I kind of want it, but then I'm begrudging because it's so expensive, so I've kind of got back into my PSP again, and it looks wonderful. I mean, I still hate that blimmin' thumbstick on it, but it plays really well, it's great. So the 3 games I picked up for Nout, first one was Monster Hunter Freedom. I used to have a Monster Hunter game on the PSP, and I think I very stupidly traded it in. It wasn't this one. Yeah, the intro on this is great. It's like a film. Haven't played much of it, but it's pretty good from what I've seen of it. I picked up this. Excuse the price tag. This also was $1.98. MotorStorm Arctic Edge. It's alright, it's not great, it's a little driver, it's MotorStorm, you know they're quite average, but sure, for $1.98, and plus, like I said, I didn't pay for it. And the last one I picked up was, let me pronounce this right, Dissidia 012 Duodecim Final Fantasy. I don't think I said that right, did I? Anyway, that was $2.98, and it's a Final Fantasy fighting game. Yeah, it's alright, it looks alright, plays alright. It's got all the characters from Final Fantasy, which is really cool. And I also picked this up, Pro Ace Tennis. It was 49p. I don't think it came with a manual. No, it didn't. But it don't matter because it's really straightforward. I'm kind of, I've played a little bit of this, and I'm kind of like, one minute I think it's great, and the next minute I think it's really rubbish. I'm sort of caught between. I don't know. It's like it plays really well, but it doesn't. And that makes no sense at all, does it? It's either good or it's not. But I'm really undecided about it. So I picked those up for nothing. And then my game station ceased to be, so I've had to move on to other climbs. So I'm going to show you the charity shop pickups I got. I'm kind of trying to do this in order, and these were all £1 each, or 99p. I think a couple were 99 and the rest were £1. I got this for the Xbox. It's Midtown Madness 3. Nice little driver. Very happy with it. Plays quite well actually. I've not played any of the Midtown games before, so you know, I was quite pleasantly surprised. Chaos Legion for the PS2. This looks pretty good. It's pretty nice looking, as I said, graphically, but it's quite a repetitive game. There's not a lot to it really. It's a bit of all style and no substance, I think. However, what I've played of it I've quite enjoyed, and it will go on my shelf. Extermination. Oh yeah, this one was 99p. Extermination. This is a really old PS2 game, isn't it? I think this one came out not long after its launch. I've only played a little bit of this and I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So that's the end of that one. It's got a nice shiny cover, which pleased me. Wrath Unleashed for the PS2. It's a sort of fighting... It's a fighting game, and it's also a bit of a strategy game. It's like there's a couple of games in this. It doesn't look the best, but it's kind of a bit intriguing. And again, I'm a bit undecided about this. I'm not sure if it's quite good or if it's quite crap. Maybe that's just how I am at the moment. City Crisis for the PS2. Now, do you know what? This one, it would not look amiss on, you know, a SNES. The graphics are so subpar for a PS2. They're even sub PS1 graphics. They're really, really old looking graphics. However, saying that, because when I first put it in and I looked at it, I was like, blimey, this looks a bit ropey. And you know, it looks a bit like when you're a helicopter, you rescue people. You're not a helicopter, nobody's a helicopter. You're in a helicopter and you rescue people, and it's kind of top-down-ish graphics, and it looks a bit SimCity-esque to look at it. However, it's quite enjoyable. Really, you go around, you winch some screaming lady off a building, you can sort of put fires out, and you can go here and there, and it's quite enjoyable actually. But it looks, actually, if it was on you know, a SNES or it was on the Mega Drive, you know, you go wicked. But I suppose it's not what you expect graphic wise from the PS2. But it's surprisingly okay, I thought. Demon Chaos. I've actually forgotten. Oh yeah, it's a bit sort of like, it's a bit Dynasty Warriors really, but it's just you're a demon slayer, and you just go around and fight loads and loads of enemies on screen, and it's alright. Mindless bit of killing going on. Spectral versus Generation. It's a kind of poor man's sort of Street Fighter-y type game, 2D Street Fighter. It's alright, again, it's not brilliant, but it looks pretty nice. For the Xbox, I got Pirates, which is a bit of an old classic I used to love. I think this was on the Amiga, Pirates, or something very similar if it weren't, and I loved it, and I've played a little bit of this and I still like it. It you know, again, it doesn't look really particularly outstanding, little stupid ship going around in the ocean, and you just kind of plunder and loot and, you know, stuff like that, but there's something quite enjoyable about it, so quite pleased to find that. And this one came in a nice little tin, Unreal Championship 2, which is kind of like Quake, and Quake gives me the, as I've discovered, that motion sickness. I had a little go at this. I prefer this to Quake actually, funny enough. It's not too bad. Quite a lot of controls. Anyway, I was quite pleased it come in a tin. The disc is in absolutely disgraceful condition. I'm surprised it plays. It's got a real mark on the edge of the disc, and when I looked at it later I thought, oh you silly moo, it's not going to play. However, it does play, so I was quite lucky there. So quite pleased because it's in a tin. So they were my charity shop pickups from a while ago, and the rest of the stuff I got yesterday, and I got three bits today. So I'll show you what I got yesterday, because yesterday I decided to go into Epsom to see if my game station there was open. I say my game station, to see if the game station was open, and lo and behold it is open in Epsom. And I did ask them in there, are they going to be closing down, and the guy said no, they're not going to be closing down. So I don't know if they're going to, I should have said what you're going to be, are you going to still be game station or whatever, but I didn't, as you do. But yeah, I actually spent a few bob in there. There's so many bargains at the moment. It's mad. It's mad. As I said, I went on a right old PSP buzz, and all these games, I'm just going to double check, all these games are $1.98 with the exception of one, which I'm going to save till last, so I'm so happy about it. I got excuse me, Midnight Club Dub Edition, and as you know, it's the only time I did any gameplay on video was for the PS2 version. I love this game. God, it's wicked, it is. It's absolutely wicked. So I'm hoping it is just as wicked on the PSP. It's such a fast and fun racing game, really, honestly. Sometimes it's just hard to keep up with what's going on. It's so fast, but it's brilliant. I got Midway Arcade Treasures Extended Play. And it's got Spy Hunter and can't see, not my glasses, sorry, but I know Spy Hunter's on there and Paperboy a Defender, so I was pleased to find that. I also got Army of Two. Yeah, I didn't really know they had Army of Two on the PSP, a bit thick like that, so I was quite pleased to find that. I also got Gun Showdown. Now, I absolutely hated Gun on the PS2. I really didn't like it. I actually don't own it anymore. I didn't like it. But I thought, well, maybe it'd be a bit different, because it's meant to be different missions on here, and I don't know. There was one mission in it that really annoyed me. It was just stupid, and it kind of gave me the ump, so I got rid of the game on the PS2. But I'm hoping the PSP version is better than the PS1. PS2 version. And I also got The Godfather. I used to have this for the Xbox. I think I gave it to my cousin, actually. It was alright. It was one of those games that's alright. It weren't brilliant. But I thought it might be alright on my little PSP handheld. And the last PSP game I picked up, I'm so pleased I found this. Honestly, I've wanted this game for a long time. I'm a big fan of the series. And I actually do own 3 and 4 of the series, and I've also got 1 and 2 on the PS1 as well. So what could it be, you say? And I paid $14.98 for this, and it's Persona 3 portable. And I'm absolutely, honestly, I'm so happy to find this. I had my real gleeful head on when I found this in Game Station yesterday, and I was all happy. And it was said here originally $22.99. However, if you go and look on eBay at the moment, I looked yesterday, nosy me, there was only 3 of this version on, and I think 2 of them they wanted something like $29.99, and the other one there was 14 bids on it. 14 bids. It was over £20. And my phone rings. I shall be back. Back again. Do you know who that was? Blimmin' interrupted me while I'm waxing lyrical about me blimmin' Persona 3 game. Someone ringing on behalf of Boris Johnson. Honestly, where did they get your phone number from? These blimmin' people trying to canvass. Oh, really annoys me. Cut me flow. Anyway, yeah. Persona 3, I'm so happy to find this. Oh yeah, I was saying about eBay, wasn't I? Yeah, there's 14 bids and it was over £20 at the time, so it doesn't go for cheap, this game. And you know what's even better? I mean, it came with a box. The box has got a little bit, it's not like in the best condition, the box, but it's okay. But what's absolutely brilliant, you know, you've got the game manual, but it came with all there's 6 cards, and they're in great condition. It came with the 6 cards. Whoopie whoop. It came with a poster, which is in great condition, and it also came with this lovely art book as well. So, you know, it's absolutely lovely, this art book. And as I said, I love the Persona series. I did a very, well, I didn't do a very silly thing, or did I? I played Persona 3 and 4 a lot on the PS2, and I had about, I'd say I had about 40 hours of game save on each game. And when I moved back to the UK from Ireland a couple of years ago, somehow my blimmin' memory card got lost. So I've never been able to get back to that, you know, because I'm always playing games. I've never played that much. So I'm really behind in my Persona now. But yeah, I was gutted about that. Sorry, I'm babbling, aren't I? But yes, absolutely delighted to find this. It's such a good find, and this will be going pride of place, Persona. I probably babbled too much about that. And the other games I got in there in Game Station was Hunted the Demon's Forge, which quite appeals to me actually. It says it's a special edition, but it's second hand, so I think I paid $7.98 for that. I think it wasn't that much. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. A nice little fighty game. I got this for $1.98, and it's Phantasy Star Universe, and it's an old game, and I know it's got an online pass and all that malarkey, and you can play it online, but it also has a single player section, so I thought, well, for $1.98 I might get a bit of mileage out of that. I got this, really pleased to find this, $7.98 I paid, and it's Blur. I've wanted this game for a while, and it's meant to be a really, really good, fun, underrated driving game. Everyone waxes lyrical about this as well that plays it, so quite happy to find that. I got Dark Sector for $2.99. It's just a bit of a shooty in it, or is it a slashy, or is it both? Is this the one where you can shoot people's arms and legs off? I remember a demo a while ago, a couple of years ago, I think. It looked alright. So Dark Sector for $2.99, and I got this for $4.98, and it's Final Fantasy, the Crystal Chronicles, the Crystal Bearers. Lots of crystals in that title. It looks really nice from the back. Yeah, I know a lot of Final Fantasy games haven't really, you know, been great, have they, of late? I don't think so. I didn't rate Final Fantasy 13, and I've not exactly rushed out to get the next one. However, this looks pretty nice. It's for the Wii, $4.98. And I also picked up 3 little sort of peripherally little bits. I got myself a Gamecube Controller for $2.99, which I actually did need. I did have 2, but I gave one to my nephew last time he was here, so he could play this game on the Wii, and this Gamecube game, and he didn't have a controller, so I needed another one. So I thought that was alright, $2.99. I also got mics for the PS2 so that I can do my SingStar stuff. I've actually got a couple of mics, but one of them is a bit, it kind of goes out a bit, you know, it's a bit like that. Does that sound right, you know? So I thought, well, for $1.98, blimey, it don't matter if I've got an extra one now. So yeah, SingStar. I actually have I actually quite like doing SingStar when there's no one around. It's a bit sad. It's one of those secret things I like to do. I can't sing to save my life. And the last thing I got, and this was $1.98. Everything seems to be something 98 in Game Station. It's Seen It Box Office Smash, and it comes with the buzzers as well. And I'm a movie buff, so I thought, oh, got to get this. However, I can't see anyone playing with it, so I'm going to be buzzing by myself, and that didn't sound right. Buzzing by myself, sounds a bit spurious, that. Yeah, so I don't know, that's the only thing. I can't see anyone playing this with me, so maybe it renders it a bit redundant, but I might managed to drag some bod into playing this with me, because I'm quite looking forward to giving that a go. It's not much fun on my own, is it? So I don't want you to get the impression that I'm a Billy No Mates now. It's just that people I know wouldn't be really interested. And that's my story and I'm sticking to it. I also went into charity shops in Epsom and I paid whoop-de-woo, big $1.99. I got Terminator 3 Redemption. No idea if this is good, bad or what, but I thought, oh, it's got Arnie on the front and I like Terminator. Although Terminator 3, hey, he weren't in that, was he? So why is he on the front of the cover? I was just thinking that. He was in 1 and 2. Was he in Terminator 3? Was he? Or am I thinking of something else? Anyway, what do I know? I've just said I'm a movie buff and I've probably got it all wrong, haven't I? Twat. And I also picked this up, Dodgeball, for $1.99. And you know what? It looks really basic on the back. It looks like it's sort of, again, it looks a bit sort of snazzy. But I think that's why I picked it up. I thought, oh, that looks kind of old and retro. So, excuse me, so I thought I'd give that a whirl. Oh yeah, I got this in Game Station as well. Sorry, that wasn't in the charity shop. And Swing Away Golf. And as I like my golfy games, and I love everybody's golf, and I've of late got into Eagle Eye Golf, I saw this, Swing Away Golf. So, not played it yet, but I'm hoping it plays like the last 2 games I've mentioned. And lastly, today I had to pop into Malden to do a bit of shopping, and I went into my cash generator shop, and I picked up 2 Xbox 360 games. I got Bullet Storm, the Epic edition. Don't know why it's Epic. It's got some blimmin' beater into, oh, I don't know, something on it says, but it's probably redundant because it's second hand. But I paid a £5. I thought it was alright. And I've played the demo of this, and this is the one where you boot them in the chest, isn't it? And they go flying, and you can do fancy kills by booting them, and you can kick them into the electric things, can't you? And they get all and kind of like get electrocuted, and yeah, I quite like that, because I'm not a huge fan of first-person shooters. I much prefer third-person actually, and this is a first-person shooter, but you don't just shoot. So I actually did like the demo of this, so I thought I don't mind paying a £5. Paid £8 for this, but I think I could get it for £6 actually somewhere else, but I saw it and I picked it up, and it's Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I mean, it was only out last year, and it's meant to be really good. Unlike the Run, which has got an awful panning from the sound of it, and it actually doesn't sound that great, and unless I see it for something like £2, I don't think I'll pick it up. But this is meant to be pretty good, so and I know everyone slags off, a lot of people slag off the Need for Speed series, but on a whole I like the Need for Speed games, I do. I just couldn't stand Pro Street. I thought that was brutal. And the last thing I picked up is a little Game Boy game, and it's Mario Land 2, 6 Lost Coins, and it was £3. I thought it's really good, because I think if I got that off eBay, I think even if you picked it up, you wouldn't get it less than £3, and then you'd have to pay postage, wouldn't you? And it's only the cartridge. I put it in not long ago, and it plays. It comes up kind of looking a bit blue on my Game Boy. But yeah, I was pleased to find that, and it's in nice condition. So that's about the size of it for me. As I said, I haven't made a video for a while, so please forgive me for that. And once again, I'm really behind in watching people's videos. I've been watching a few over the last couple of days and commenting, but please don't think I'm being neglectful. It's just time and everything has just kind of taken over as per. But I will be making a video in the near future, I hope, because I've got quite a few things in the post wending its way to me as we speak, so I'll probably be doing a video. But thanks very much for watching. Bye.